Today, I want to talk about something pretty cool. This is Houses in TDUSC, and this is TDU2, and this is Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown's new Season 5 garage menu, except I'm using a tool to remove the HUD and make it look a bit more interesting, which we will get to this at the end of the video because there's a lot of stuff to talk about beforehand. But coming back to TDUSC for a second, this isn't the final iteration of houses. I mean, as you can see, they're under construction. That is because they do arrive in Season 8. But I think we need to talk about how houses can be good in TDUSC and why they're going to be a lot different than what you expect to see in TD2. It won't just be that. So let's recap what was said in the dev diary and go a little bit more into detail on what we can expect. But one of the biggest things about houses in TDUSC is the architectural design. Now, obviously you can't really tell here because it's just a construction house with a tarp over. But as Guillaume said, the actual shape of the house isn't going to be like this. This is just to hide their design. Now, of course, being lucky enough to see the development of houses in TDUSC, I know exactly what this one looks like. But what we could see as a tease is just this little area here. Now this is new, and you are a bit restricted with the camera, so you can't do much, but that is where, my friends, with this truck, we should be able to get a much better look at what's in store for us. So we'll just go down here. Look at that suspension working. Beautiful. And now there are stairs here, which I don't know if we will fit in between. No, there's no way we do. So oh, okay. We can make it. This is meant to be off-road. Okay. No way we get stuck. Guys, look at the suspension work. Basically, fully loaded on one side. Bro, this is a picture. Okay, so back on topic as we try to get this car over. Yes. Bro, come on. That's what I love about Test Drive. Oh no, wait, no. No, there might be an issue here. So I finally made it down, as you guys can see, and this is the beautiful area. Now you have those waves here, which is the new feature in the Season 5 updates with the KT engine. But you also have a nice little area here, and as you can see, back here there are stairs. Now, obviously, stairs right next to a house is a bit suspicious. If this is what I think it is, house with a backyard like this is going to be pretty damn crazy. Now, I have no idea what is back here though, but you can probably get some crazy pictures. So back again, because I had to take a crazy amount of photo shoot with this car in this time, in this place. Honestly, highly recommend you guys do it. You can see in the background some of the crazy options you could get with this. But that said, just recapping, this could be the background area. I mean, there's steps here and you wouldn't have steps right by a house for no reason. Let's take a look at the other house on Ibiza though. You know, slightly off topic, but I am loving Ibiza so much. I love the color scheme. It makes me wish we had the full Ibiza. I mean, honestly, it's just a beautiful playground. I go off-road when I want with this truck. I'm like, damn. Oh, is this a lake or a road? I think I'm lost. So to find the other construction sites, look at those little fireflies, man. Love it. Anyways, here is the second construction site, bro. Look at these colors. God damn. Anyway, so you guys go over here and there are some houses here on a beautiful lake. As you can see, some boats just over there. And then there's this house, which again, tarped up. So we don't know what style, we don't know what it looks like, but I'm sure at some point you guys will see what these houses look like when they are revealed. We'll take a quick little drive around. Maybe we have to break the fence to get like a better look. And yeah, so you guys can see there's just some water here around the house. And very likely we can see KT make use of this area, as you can see. That said, and I'm showing you guys the exteriors of the two houses, let's hop into Test Drive Unlimited 2 so we can figure out the real difference between TDU2 and TDUC. Let's go. Nostalgic Atari sound, nostalgic TDU2, volume so high you can't hear shit, the crazy start menu music, the UI sounds, and of course the dealerships. But that said, let's talk about houses in TD2. And bro, I have not played this in so long. What the hell am I driving? Okay, No worries. We'll head over to one of the houses that I have in TDU2, and bro, the nostalgia. And yes, this game's map works on RTX. TD World video coming soon, which honestly I think is the only online mod you should have for TDU2. Video on that soon anyways as well. But we'll head over to one of the houses, and I gotta explain to you what could you do in TD2 houses and why there is actually some issues with them. Now, obviously in your houses, what can you do? Well, one of the first things is turn up the audio. Yo, if we could somehow rip the UI sounds and slap this into TDUSC, KT, please. But come on. I have got to love the TDU Media news channel. You had quite a few stuff here as well, and you know, this is something I think we could do for houses in TDUSC. I don't know, again, it depends how really in depth we can take them. But, and one more time for the nostalgia. Ah, man, what a crazy thing. But yeah, you had your house, and what you could do in it is a couple of things. You head over to the desk here, you had My TDU Life, which you could actually basically, we can call it like a social aspect of TDU2. You could take a photo. So for example, if I wanted to, bro, my head shape is crazy. Take a picture, and there you go. Your driver's license picture ready to go. You can edit it if you wanted to have certain things about your collection and stuff like that. You could adjust it as well. Basically, that was it. What you could also do is My TDU House, which is basically the best thing about it. You can frame pictures on your wall. These are actual in-game pictures that I've taken with people that I cruise with, as you can clearly see. Well, quite a few. Oh, look at this. Hawaii Area 1, for example. I'll slap this on the wall, and bam, there you go, just like that. You have your pictures on the wall, and for sure, non-negotiable, we have to have this in TDUSC. But what else could you do? Well, you could change the color of the floors if you wanted to. You could change the color on the walls. You could change the couch. I don't want to change the couch because it's literally just options of animal skin. Why the hell would I want that? Your coffee table you got underneath the TV. I wish you could change the TV as well. This is where TDUSC could be a step forward. Imagine you have a nice little Sonos soundbar with the LG 4K OLED. Same thing here. Change the seats. Same thing here. And then, yeah, that was basically it. So you couldn't really do much in your bedroom. There was never any customization for your bedroom. But what's my issue with TDU2 houses? Well, the first thing, and which, by the way, before I even discuss that, if you go to the garage, there's also no customization in the garage. So, but normally you'd be like, okay, I don't really need it. But yeah, some of these garages made sense because here it'd be a shared complex. So you're just in the garage here. Got my Chickalori. But let's head back upstairs and discuss my issue with them. And it's because architecturally, sometimes they just don't make any sense. For example, where the fuck do I cook? Someone answer that to me. Now you could be like, Alex, through the door. No, well, that is exit. This is the garage. So you don't have a door for the kitchen. Essentially, you just can't cook. You're ordering Uber Eats every day in this house, which is not something you would probably be a fan of. Beautiful views though, I gotta admit, look at that. And this is what I'm talking about. You had your wardrobe here as well, which I think is self-explanatory. But yeah, apart from that, and as you can clearly see, it looks like we warmed up some tea. So this is literally just a pad. Now, but this issue doesn't just extend to this house. There are some issues with some glaring architectural issues that I don't like. And you could be like, okay, Alex, well, why does this matter? Guys, they're houses. They should be realistic. They should be something that we like to do in test drive. I want to show off houses, which is a big thing of what the difference is between TDU2 and TDUSC. Now in TDU2, you could invite up to 7 of your friends, if I believe correctly. And yeah, you could have a little party in there if you wanted to. Now let's head over to Hawaii, because that is going to tell us some stuff on where the architectural issues I have with TD2 houses. So here we are on Hawaii, and one thing that you do have to remember about houses in TD2 is that some of them were ported from TD1, so the interiors were unchanged. And houses like this, for example, we'll take a virtual tour. Gotta be careful with my words. Look at this house, for example. Bro, probably one of the best designed houses. Look at this. Crazy pool. You can walk around. And oh, am I stuck? No, we walk back inside. You could customize the floor, the wall, the couch, and that's it. Look at this. Apart from that, and this beautiful fountain, you can't do anything else. There's no kitchen. There's no, your wardrobe, I think, if I remember correctly, is the door there. And then your garage is the door here. And this is the garage, which, I mean, come on. Crazy, as you guys can see here. But that's just the issue. You can't customize in here either. Hello, how are you? Like, what else could you do? This is where you feel a bit limited. I mean, you're spending $1 million on a house. There's not much else you could do. Yeah, sure, you can invite friends. Once you have the garage packed and everything, that was it. You couldn't really... You felt a bit limited, is what the point I'm trying to make. And I'm not just calling this out, because at the same time, as much as I did love TD2 back then, I mean, for me, and I think for others, to just repeat, copy and paste the housing system from TD2 to TDUSC is not enough. There has to be more that can engage the players. And I know you guys understand what I'm saying here. For example, let's take a look at one of the best houses. Of course, it's this. The mineral house. I don't have it, can't afford it, but I need to continue my TDU2 playthrough. Now, this is why it's my favorite house. Architecturally, it has the most complete system. As you guys can see, crazy view, by the way. Like, literally crazy view. You walk back up here. Let's see. Again, you could change. This one probably had the most amount of customization as well. You had a billiard table, which you could not play on, but as I told you guys before, it was a thing you could do that they were planning to have you do. You had this gun game, which they were planning to do. You had this darts that they were planning to do. Head over to the garage. It probably has the best looking one. I only wish we could somehow set up our pictures on the wall in this garage. Because imagine, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars that you can fit in this garage as well, or it could be 6, I can't remember. And you can have another picture here, crazy picture you could add, might I say. And it just makes it feel more personalized. So every house, every garage is different. I mean, there are other things I wish we could do, you know, like getting in your pool, sitting down. And you're like, okay, Alex, bro, it's a racing game. Guys, Test Drive is lifestyle. We all play Test Drive, and I think we play it because it's a lifestyle element. It makes you immerse yourself in a world of, well, let's be honest, I will never be able to afford a Koenigsegg in my life. And I think a lot of people can agree with me and have the same mentality as well. But that said, the houses here are still really fucking good. It's why I'm smiling right now playing this game again. The nostalgia. You had the yacht as well, which, again, very nice thing that they had there. You had, of course, the beach houses, which I gotta show you guys here as well. You got real estate agencies, which we have to do for TDUSC. I think we've confirmed it as well. But yeah, real estate agencies are very key to purchasing houses in TD2. I mean, what does this say? It's just a housing. Look, they have the full damn architecture plan on this house, but it does not relate in real life. You can see on the computer screen as well. Look at that. I don't even think we have that house in the game, funnily enough. But yeah, as you guys can see, this is just one of the many things that Test Drive Unlimited 2 did right. The housing agency. Sorry. I know I'm talking about houses, but how could I not? Pagani returns into TDUSC starting season 6, and I cannot wait until at some point I hope we can get the Tricolori. I mean, we know what the community wants to see in TDU. We know. And hopefully we can deliver. And God damn it. Well, insurance is not gonna like that. Let's continue with the video though. I'm getting too much distracted on TDU2. So zooming back out of the map, as I told you guys, there were quite a few houses you could buy around the area. You had real estate agencies, but again, we could make TD2 houses better. So let's talk about what so far is confirmed about houses coming into TDUSC. And also, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it so far. So houses in TDUSC, what can they be in terms of an improvement from TDU2? Now, one thing I have to mention about TDU2 is after you bought the house and customized it, invited your friends, you know, made your garage, there wasn't much else to do. And we have to be honest with ourselves here. I'm not lying about this. Normally in TDU2, once you bought your house and set up your garage, you could do all of this in the same day. You didn't have the objective to, you know, do things, go out in the world or show your friends. Apart from that, it was just a display house, which in some comparison is kind of close to what the Solar Crown Hotel is. Granted, there's no customization or hanging picture frames, but you guys get what I'm saying. Now, on the Steam page here, we have the description of what TDUSC houses can be. If you guys remember, we went over the houses, we showed a bit of footage like this because, well, at this time, houses were in level block design. And what I mean by that is KT's level designers come in, they, for example, find a plot on the map, they use these like KT blocks. You guys know how game design works. You could say it looks like Minecraft, which is kind of why we didn't show it, because people saying it looks like Minecraft. But of course, after that, KT's level artists come in, they touch up the design, they make it what it's supposed to look like, and it turns into a beautiful model, which some of the houses already look really fucking nice. So houses in TDUC, we're still going to keep some things from TDU2. I mean, you kind of have to. For example, you have to buy a house from a real estate agency that is walkable, of course. I mean, you kind of have to do that. So you drive over to the real estate agency, look at the listings, and then buy your house, which even the real estate agency looks better interior design wise, and this is what I like. We're going to a more cinematic, realistic approach, and Stefan Cambier and the whole arts department, I have to hand it to you. You guys are doing God's work at KT. But the customization part is the big difference in TDUSC. Now, when the player buys the house, it will be empty, and the player will have to customize their house by placing furniture. Now, quickly recapping that, I did see some comments from you guys when we announced this saying that some of you just don't want to do that. You want to buy a house with a preset, and a preset makes sense, and I think that could be possible. So I will feed back that idea to KT. Maybe when players buy a house, they have the ability to choose a quick preset, which just adds to the cost of cheap furniture or whatever, and it automatically populates their house to where it's just the basics. And then if you want to go more advanced, you have the option to go and buy furniture and place more of that inside of your house. But the whole point of this is that customization won't be the same for everyone, and you can place different objects anywhere. Of course, within the means, because there are going to be limits, so you don't end up sticking yourself into a box of squares. But furthermore, it does say we aren't going to stop here. The goal is that we want to extend this customization feature to the garden, although this specific customization feature may not arrive on day one of housing. So that said, of course, customizing your house in general will be there day one. I mean, it has to be. It's the whole point of houses, but being able to extend it to the garden might be possible after the house's launch. It would be crazy if we could do it within the same time and day one, but we'll have to see. Now, regardless, they want to give the impression that you have something unique in your house. And this is where it mentions garages. Now, the size of your house, whether it's small, it'll have a small garage. If it's medium size, it'll have a medium sized garage. Large, it'll have a large sized garage. You know, similar rule set in TDU2. And of course, the ability to hang pictures on your wall is going to be something in houses for TDUSC. I mean, you can count on your hand the basics that you need to make TDU2 houses, but revamped in TDUSC. And you kind of get what I'm saying. But furthermore, it does say that you will finally be able to do things with your friends more than what you could do in TDU2. One of the first ones is that depending on the size of your house, you will have the opportunity to see the cars of your friends on your driveway. Now, this changes the game because now you kind of turn this into a car show thing. Remember, 8-player groups is coming hopefully in season 6, and if cross-region can come out with the launch of houses, it will make things so much more immersive. But this whole thing about being able to showcase to your friends kind of gets revamped because you can invite your friends to your house, you see their cars on your driveway, you say, okay, come in my garage, we'll take a look at it. It makes things a lot more exciting from what you could do before. Now, it does say to further this feature and immersion, while we continue to develop houses, players will be able to see the map evolve little by little, and you guys will see different houses, similar to construction sites, which you guys already see too in Ibiza pop out. But that's everything that was mentioned about houses in TDUSC. There were some pictures again, which we can quickly look at that video showcasing them to get a little bit more details in depth. Okay, so here we are, the houses parts of the dev diary. I love the music that they chose. Shout out to our video team for creating a banger video. Houses season 8. Now, obviously I'm gonna skip past this because I already kind of summarized what they say in this section on Steam. But what I want to show you guys are the videos. Now, one of the first ones is here, and I'll take a look. A reminder, it is blurred, but again, this looks pretty damn similar to what? I'll let you guys think about it. Come on. I mean, I'll launch the game just to show you really quickly. Here we are on TD2, and I'm just gonna drive by what you guys can see is a little shack house, and if we head over to Ibiza, there's another one just like it. No, shut up, Ryan, we don't need you. Anyways, here you guys can see another little shack house with a trailer. Now let's go back to the video. So as you can see, it kind of looks similar. You got this little circle pool, a little trailer looking thing, and a pretty nice view as well. And obviously this looks to be on Hong Kong Island, but what else? So the other video was here, and you can see obviously some buggies, which we could assume obviously this is some development stage. As I told you guys, you start off with like level design blocks, and then you have level artists come in and they dress it up, and then you know the gameplay design and all that gets added as it's being done. But you can see the cars on the outside, which obviously is going to be like the driveway when your friends come over. Beautiful underneath the house. That house is crazy though. And architecturally, this is what I'm talking about. You have a fucking bathroom. Yes, Alex, why are you stressing over a bathroom? Bro, it's the grand scheme of things. It's not you go into a house and you have one room, which essentially is what TDU2 was. You walk into your house and it's just one room, which sucks. It really does. But now we have the ability to have multiple rooms, walk around and actually immerse ourselves in the housing system. That's exactly what I think I like and others like about TDU in general. I mean, you can see some more house designs here. Look at the pool, the side. I feel like, especially if we could somehow get into the pool and swim. I know there's small things, guys, but we have to go crazy on the lifestyle elements of TDU. And that's what we all want. A proper lifestyle racing game. That's what TDU was all about. And no game has yet to touch this. And I think this is what we're going to strive for. Of course, there was another video on this dev doc. I know I'm not crazy because I recorded it. But yeah, we start here. It goes in to the garage. Oh, bro, that's a... Oh, hold on. What the hell? I'm even forgetting things that I didn't even know about. Okay, so obviously this pretty much damn looks close to what we had in TDU2. And the only unfortunate thing is, remember, this is all made from scratch. We can't reuse the assets from TDU2, which sucks, but hey, it's for the better, I think. Now, anyways, goes to the garage. You can just about see those cars there lined up. This one as well, you guys can see it's beautiful. The crazy garden on this house, crazy. Which, speaking of, bro, the flagship house in TDUSC is crazy. We walk in here, bro. How many fucking cars do you count? And don't worry about that little logo on my shirt. I just saw it pop up on camera. But guys, this is what I'm talking about. Now, I'm really excited to learn more about houses that I know it's still a very far way away, but I think you guys will enjoy it. Now, before we do this, you can see this. There's a whole new garage viewer system for TDUSC's Season 5. Now, let's find a really nice car to view, and I will show you guys a little bit more of this in detail. So here we have the Alfa Romeo 4C, and I have to talk about the carbon lighting. I hope this video, you guys can see it in the crazy detail it is right now with the sun reflecting on it. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. All you have to do this is open up your menu. As you guys can see here, this is the new garage system. You can view it as you please. But luckily, I'm going to use this, not screenshot, photo mode. And now I can cruise around the garage. I'll hide this. I can cruise around the garage like so. And this was essentially made by KT because they wanted to go for that more cinematic approach, as I told you guys earlier, with Stefan Cambier and the art team. And they thought, bro, we could easily turn this into something that looks way better and kind of teases houses for TDUSC. So as you can see, there's a garage here. If you come up, it's obviously going to show Ibiza. You can see it's just placed randomly. I mean, that's just how games really are. You're not really supposed to be able to jump out of this map. But up here, there's nothing really exciting. You go down though, we have some pictures on the wall here of various areas on Hong Kong Island and Ibiza. And then you have your little kitchenette area here. And this is supposed to give us the vibe of what garages and houses are. You can already see the whole design and approach is way less futuristic than what we had before. And you know, funnily enough, it makes me beg the question, if of course at some points we have to revisit dealerships or workshops, but the solo hotel maybe as well. I don't know what like the future holds of TDUSC in terms of retroactively changing what the previous designs were. I mean, obviously the dealerships and the workshops were a big one, but what else could they do? That said though, this kind of gives me a lot of hope and excitement for what houses in TDUSC can be. Just a small little area. But yeah, honestly, it is going to be a pretty exciting time. I mean, come on. Which, speaking of, on the Discord, we did put up a poll, just literally asking, no promises, but do you want to see IKEA furniture in TDUSC with the release of Season 8's housing update? If so, vote and react with all emojis and show up. So if you guys want to see it, head over to the Discord, join and just vote. Again, no promises, but having IKEA in the TDUSC would be crazy. I mean, my real dream, and I think, you know, you guys would love to see it, is how much further can we go with housing and, you know, licensed brands and stuff like that. I'm really excited to see what we have in store for the future of TDUSC houses. But I think we have to be a step up from what they were in TD2, and what we have confirmed to you guys so far, I think is pretty much in that direction. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And speaking of, one thing we didn't really mention was the progression aspect. How can it be like brought into the game where, you know, will we limit the amount of garage space you have now? Will they be attached to the progression? Will having a house do something for you? Will it benefit you? There's all these questions that I know you guys are asking, and these are thoughts that Guillaume and Alan and the whole KT team are thinking about. And I'm really excited, hopefully by Season 7 or even a little bit earlier, we can go into more detail of what houses are going to be in TDUSC. But I think they are going to be the start of something big, because once we have that in, and hopefully we can get into year 3, the whole future of what we can change in TDUSC after that is going to be exciting, because the basics of what a TDU DNA is are basically there. Now, after that, what's left? Well, to evolve it. And I'm really thankful that we've had the chance to bring more updates to the game compared to TD2. Unfortunately, again, it's not a test drive of limited game 100% yet, but it's getting there. Then, yeah. That said though, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are you most excited to see about housing? What are some ideas you have that you want to share with the other people of the community? You know, have a discussion in the comment section below. I'm Alex7, and I will see you guys in another video, guys. Yes, peace.